Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy, Core Enforcer Mid here, back on the Core Enforcer channel with another UPBA video. This is Season 1, Week 4 against my good buddy, Deetrain and his St. Louis Bulus. Me and him met around a year ago in this other league called NSTL, and we've just been friends ever since. He's a really good battler. He made playoffs in NPL minors, so that really does show how good of a battler he is. Only reason he didn't continue in it was because he got hacked out round 1, so yeah, but if he didn't get hacked out, he 100% won, and I'm sure he would have actually won the league. So yeah, he's a really great dude, and I'm really excited to fight him. So his overall draft is Landers, Therian, Tapu Fini, Komo'o, Volcarona with Z moves, Kartana, Paloswine, Sovali, Zatu, Skunk Tank with Z moves, Laron with Z moves, and Mega Manetric. So he has a pretty good overall draft. Speed tiers are kind of weird. Like he goes from 135 with Mega Manetric, then to Kartana with 109, and then Volcarona with 100. So his speed tiers are kind of weird. So I've already said that, but yeah, I just feel like I really needed to note that. So to counter his team, you can already see the 6 he brought and the 6 I brought, but I wanted to bring an Agua Berry Tapu Lele with Calm Mind, Iron Defense, Draining Kiss, and Psychic with max HP and enough speed for max speed, Lando T, and the rest in special attack. I really felt like he didn't have a great way with dealing with this because his Steel type was a Laron and his Dark type was a Skunk Tank, so yeah, and his other Steel types are Kartana, so he really doesn't have a real switch in to my stabs. And I got this set from watching a video by Fizzle the Hizzle. He's a pretty cool YouTuber. He ran an MPL, and I thought that it had a pretty good matchup here, so I thought, why not? Then I have my basic max speed, max attack, Jolly Mega Charizard X with Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, Thunder Punch, Flare Blitz. Then I have a Life Orb Nidoking that he really doesn't have any switch in for, with Earth Power, Sledge Wave, Ice Beam, and Rock Slide. You can basically tell what those moves are for, and I don't really think he'll expect the Rock Slide, so I'm really hoping that puts him work against the Volcarona. Next, I have a physically defensive Chopo Berry and Empoleon with Scald, Stealth Rock, Knockoff, and Ice Beam. It's kind of more of a defensive pivot. Helps me deal with the Komo'o that otherwise I don't really have the best answers for. Next, I have a Leftovers Mandibuzz with Foul Play, Brave Bird, Roost, Defog with max HP, max defense. Helps me with Komo'o and Landers, Therian. And then I have another Weakness Policy Weakness Policy Rock Polish, Rhyperior with Ice Punch, Fire Punch, and Stone Edge. This set can put in so much work this match, and I'm excited to see how it does. It's max attack, max speed, Jolly, and it outspeeds a Mega Manetric outspeeding a Jolteon by 1 point. So that was just kind of perfect. So here, I believe, so I'm going to start the battle here, and I believe I lead off with Rhyperior maybe. I'm not 100%, I can't exactly remember what I led off with because it's been like a week and a half since I've recorded. Since I played, I mean. So he leads off with his Tapu Fini as I go into Yeet the Rhyperior. So, yeah, I know I can't stay in here because I can't even live a Scald from a no special attack Tapu Fini. So there was no point in staying in. So I'm just going to go out into Best Defog and then Empoleon. He goes for Surf, so yeah, 100% wouldn't have lived that. So I'm not going to take very much. I resist both of his stabs. So he's just going to switch straight out into his Komo'o because he knows he can't get Scald Burn. But I made the double into Nidoking because I knew he was going to switch out. But I just didn't know into what. And Nidoking basically had a good matchup against everything. So I'm just going to go stay in and go for Ice Beam. I knew it was going to do a lot. He goes for the Flash Cannon. Goes around half. Shows me he's pretty especially offensive. So I'm just going to go for a second Ice Beam and kill off this Komo'o. So I'm already starting off pretty good. 6v5. And here, he's going to go out into his Volcarona. And I'm going to go for the easy Rock Slide here. But in reality, he predicts me to switch into my Mega Charizard X and goes for Normalium Z Hyper Beam, which I thought that was excellent prep because otherwise I easily sat up all over this thing, but it was insane prep in my opinion to have Normalium Z Volcarona, because whoever expects that? I predicted he was thinking I was going to switch to Mega Charizard X as he set up a Quiver Dance, but that was a pretty easy play. So I stack off, Nidoking goes down, which is fine. So I go to Mega Charizard X, and I predict him to switch out into what I can't remember what. I think maybe Landers, but he just goes for the straight Quiver Dance, which was really scary because a +1 Volcarona is not something you mess around with. So he goes for the Fire Blast and actually hits it against me, and it does like 75%. So I'm just gonna go for the Brave Bird here. And I'm going to do like 75%, like 90 to him. And I barely live with my leftovers recovery. So, I'm going to switch out. Actually, he goes for Giga Drain. I'm just going to sack this thing off, because there's really no point in keeping it around anymore. So, it's now 5v4 in that quick of turns. So, I'm going to go out into Zardex, and I'm going to bait out the Hyper Beam and go into Rhyperior, where I can just kill it with any move. So, he's going to go for the Hyper Beam as I predicted. There's no real reason for him to go Giga Drain there. And you can see a +1 Hyper Beam from a Volcarona does massive damage against a Rhyperior. So, I'm just going to go for the Fire Punch because I know I can kill. So now it's 4v4 again, which is pretty good. I'm eliminating threats to my Mega, not to my Mega, to Tapu Lele. So here he goes into Savali and shows me that he's Savali ground. As he actually switches out, I believe I was just going to stay in and let him kill me. So I just go for the Rock Polish because I think there was a chance that I could live the multi-attack. So I could get like a +2 Ice Punch on him. So I'm just going to go for an Ice Punch on this Landers Therian. Outspeed. Shows me he's not Choice Scarf. Shows me he's defensive. And he has the Citrus Berry, so if I would have just done a little bit less, he would have stayed at 50% and not gotten up to like 75 or a little bit lower. So he's just going to go for the EQ and kill my Rhyperior, which is pretty good in my opinion, because I've gotten the damage I need off on it. So now that I know he's extremely physically defensive, I know I can just hit Iron Defense here. So he switches out, predicting me just to go for a move, whatever I felt like. But I go for the Iron Defense here, and he got in his Skuntank, and I'm thinking I can deal with this thing with Draining Kiss. So I'm gonna go for a Calm Mind here. His Poison Jabs won't be able to do much to me since I'm at +2 defense. So he goes for the Poison Jab here. Just trying to get some decent damage out of me. Actually does some decent damage. So I'm going to go for the second Calm Mind here. So I can be at +2 defense, +2 special attack, and +2 Spadef. So he goes for another Poison Jab. Does some good damage. Gets the poison, which was actually good, because it brought me down to my Guava Berry so I could actually heal up and take another one. So here, I'm just going to keep spamming Draining Kiss until I die or he dies. And that does around 20%, and that shows me he's max HP, max Spadef, Assault Vest. So now I know I really can't break this thing. I should have waited to get more chip out on it. So I'm going to go for another Draining Kiss here, just so I can get more health back. Goes for the Poison Jab. Next one can kill if I don't get a good roll with Draining Kiss, so I don't get as much health back. So The Psychic Train goes away. That doesn't really matter at all. So I go for another Draining Kiss. I get a crit, which brings it really far down, so I basically can outstall this thing and get a kill on it. But he goes for the Poison Jab, and he gets a crit on me. So we both got crits that turn, so neither of which really mattered. So my Tapu Lele goes down. And I know I need to set up with my Zardex, because I know he can't two-shot me with anything. Well, in my head I didn't think so. So I'm just going to go for the Dragon Dance here. I really need to set up to +2 so I can have a chance to kill the Tapu Fini with Thunder Punch. But he goes for Foul Play, which I really did not think about that move at all. So he basically gets a free kill because after that Dragon Claw, I kill him, but he has Aftermath, which I really did not think about either. I was thinking maybe he had more like Stench or something, which would lower my speed. But now I think this is, I'm pulling on my last Mon. Yeah, it is. And he still has a Lando T, which is really unfortunate. Because he can click EQ and do some massive damage, but if only I would have been like a Figgy Berry or an Iapapa Berry over Chople, I would get my health all the way back up. I can go for Scald right here, and since I'm in Torrent, I can kill the Lando T, so yeah, he basically sacked off a differential point there because I can't touch Tapu Fini at all. He probably just did it to avoid like a stall match for a few minutes, just because I can't break him and he can easily kill me. Because like if he went Tapu Fini before the Lando T, I couldn't beat him and he could just like Nature's Madness me over and over until I died. So yeah, so he sacked off the differential point by going Lando T first, and with me killing him because I'm fully physically defensive. So yeah, which ended up just him getting the Tapu Fini kill. So I only lost 2-0, so GG to my boy Deetrain. Is the first time he's ever beat me outside of one mock battle. So he's a really great battler. This is his last league before he retires from Mons, because nobody ever truly retires. They always come back. So GG, man. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully next week we can get a win against Storm. I can't remember what his team name is, but he's a pretty good battler. He's having a rough season like me, but I know he's a great battler. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.